The finals just had a ton of developer updates and leaks. We'll go over a bunch of new teasers, as well as some additional updates with Ospuze. We also have the IRL unboxing of new merch. On top of everything else, we have the Road to the Esports Episode 2. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. Let's just jump right into it. First off, we gotta recap and recover everything that happened with last week's stream. I know I'm a bit late here, but we'll go over all the details with it. That was the Double Dose community stream. This actually has a ton of info in it, leaks, developer updates, a bunch of things there. Now first off, we gotta talk about the Ospuze IRL stuff that's been happening. We saw in the previous community stream they were actually drinking it, or Oscar was drinking it. He actually does so as well this stream. However, this time it is actually yellow instead of being clear like it was with the last stream. And Rob at the same time even comments saying there are new Ospuze IRL flavors. So maybe the clear one was a bit of a test run, or even another flavor they were working on. Again, some more details on the Ospuze stuff I'll have here in a second. We actually do get that answer right away. Rob goes on here to say that the cans you see Oscar drinking are test flavors in test cans. The goal is to have real Ospuze for sale in some regions. Now he does say before XXX. He said, I will not put a date here because that will end up on the front page of Reddit. Which, yeah, sorry Rob, it will be on there if I do cover that. I have seen the other mentions go pretty viral recently. He also says people will make fun of me and Dusty and Janice won't be too happy. Obviously if they can't meet that deadline, they won't know for sure. But at least it does look like they are working on the Ospuze IRL. And again, Rob does further clarify here saying that Ospuze will have multiple flavors both in the finals and in our time. So it does look like they're actually going to coincide with each other. That the flavors that are produced IRL will also match the ones in game. That actually sounds really cool that they're doing that. Kind of just like how they do with the merch. Now we did actually have one more mention from Rob, and this one happened today. So I'm kind of glad I didn't cover it until now. But he goes on to say in a reply here on Discord, which again is just talking about Ospuze cans that have been shown in the past. He goes, yes, these are test samples. Again, we covered that before. However, this next part, he says they are working to get them into some markets during 2025. So it actually does look like they're going to be getting Ospuze out to people within the 2025 era. I'm guessing it might even coincide with the majors. I feel like that would be the big play there and the big push for that. Really, really cool to see, and it does seem like they are ramping up production there. Or we had one last question here. Is it an energy drink or is it a soda? He does mention that yes, it is an energy drink. So just like the one in game they talk about it being energy, yes, this will actually be an energy drink that you can consume IRL. Really, really cool there. Can't wait for this product. I actually think it might do fairly well. Energy drinks lately have been all over the place if you've been in that sphere. I've had ones that have given me headaches or just not been good overall. And it does seem like they come and go, but this one could actually stand on its own, seeing as both the game crowd would actually push for it, and if you see more and more people drinking it, they could actually push people to the game. While also just being a good flavor in general, this could actually do really well in that market. I see good things with that, so hopefully it does come true. Moving on here from the Ospuze topic, we actually had two more mentionables during the stream. This one is a dev update with the game, what's going on there. Now, this one actually does pertain to the S3 Ruby badge. A lot of people wanted a Season 3 Ruby badge. They did mention they were working on some Season 3 stuff and some Season 3 gear for those that did achieve it. Rob does confirm that they are done, and those will hopefully be rewarded after 6.9 is live. So if you were a person that got Ruby in Season 3, I've had several of you contact me about that and push that out there. So happy to hear after the petition, everything like that, you guys are finally getting that reward. So just a quick update for those, you are getting a reward for the Season 3 Ruby. And it does look like it's coming sooner than later. Now, one other huge mention here during this stream was actually a bit of a leak. This one talks about the finals game show in general, and how there's AI voices essentially, and how those do some callouts, and how we've had names called out previously with players that were in the top, at least from previous seasons, being mentioned at the end of games. Rob actually does mention here that they already have something in the works in their dev build already, meaning that there will be more callouts for players live, that it might even call out your name in-game, or that we could see further team callouts or even more navigation with that. They did mention that they were really dynamic with the AI voices and they have a lot planned with that gives them a ton to work with there. So we might see some more play-by-plays, even maybe some player names called out. I imagine it wouldn't do a lot of them, or it might just call out certain ones. That's for obvious reasons. However, this sounds really, really cool, and they already have it working in their dev builds. Honestly, I can't wait to see what they got cooking with that. Now, I know I did mention some IRL merch unboxings. I actually did recently just get the Namatama large plushie. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway with that here. I'll cover it in a minute. But yeah, as you can see here, I did actually receive the Namatama IRL. And you'll see once I pick it up here, it actually is decently weighted and decently plush. In fact, most plushies I've actually gotten have been sort of kind of not filled as well. This one is completely filled up and actually feels really firm and nice. The fabric is also really nice, and you'll even see here on the tag it says soft hugs included. Of course, you do get a little pamphlet here that says the finals and also gives you a code on the back. That's the code I'm going to give away. It's going to give you an item in game, and it is a Namatama badge that you can wear on your character. So pretty cool there with that. The giveaway will be hosted on my Discord, and it is simply just clicking a single button. This one again will require the level 5 role. However, again, that role is really easy to get. You just gotta chat around for a little while. Again, please don't spam, as that is not included in there and there is a cooldown. But as long as you are decently active in my Discord, it's actually very easy to get. And I'll have the giveaway going for 5 days, so you have tons of time to actually earn XP to hit level 5. You can also get that through reactions, and a whole lot with that there. Again, it's very easy to get if you are active, and you even get a badge for hitting level 5, which I also, if you've seen, have a badge on my YouTube channel now that you can join for a membership. But again, that giveaway will just be hosted on my Discord and just makes it easy for distribution. Moving on here, we actually did have that Road to Esports Episode 2. That's for the Finals Major. And we do have the opening statement here by Oscar, who said they're proud to announce that the Finals is partnering with DreamHack and ESL Faceit, which is really cool there. That's that CSGO group a lot of people play through, to bring you your first ever major tournament live at DreamHack Stockholm. This is going to happen from November 28th to the 29th. Now, they mentioned there is $100,000 on the line and 16 of the best teams in the world. They do also go over the qualifiers here, which do begin in September, so you can watch a lot of the qualifier rounds here. Those are open qualifiers, so pretty much anybody can enter. Top teams from each region, NA, EMEA, and APAC, will advance to the closed quarterfinals. They also mentioned the closed qualifiers will be broadcasted live, so you can follow every clutch moment. Then that will lead on to the best 16 teams in the world to face off at the major live in Stockholm. Now, they do mention they're going to give more details on how to sign up for the open qualifiers. That hasn't happened just yet, so don't panic on that. And what the tournament format will look like, broadcast and viewing schedules, and more behind the scene looks as they build towards DreamHack Stockholm. So all of that is still being built up, and they're going to be releasing more of those details as we go. So pretty cool there. I'll link to the article down below in case you want to check it out. Although I basically covered all the details from it. Next up here, I'm sure you've seen, but we even got a teaser for the new event for 6.9, which is the Sledgehammer 5v5 mode. This has been teased a ton, but yes, they are bringing a Sledgehammer 5v5 mode to the finals, and that's going to be a limited time event or a limited time mode. There's also some additional footage here from the Discord, which shows off some of the developers actually playing. So pretty cool with that one there. Again, that's going to go live with the 6.9 update, so we should see that one on Thursday. Last up here, I do have those community mentionables, and that does pertain to my community. Well, we got to look at the star models page. This first one does come from Accuse Me, who's actually a fellow creator for the finals, and he's calling this one Major Nipples and Dark Nibbles. And he's got two themed outfits alongside here. Now, this actually went alongside with Easter. I might need to start covering 3 outfits per episode or per video, as I am really far behind if you can't tell. But really cool outfit pairing here. Next up, we have one here from Seizure, who just actually did a really cool edit here with his favorite skin. Now, this is pretty much a full skin here, aside with a few additions here and some mix-ups. But pretty cool overall, and actually looks really well done. So I figured I'd feature that because it is a pretty cool edit. Overall, that's your buck up for today's video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and until the next one. Deuces.